Hello everybody and welcome back to Bagels TV. Today we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil 1 remake and everything we know about the game so far. Starting off with the fact that this game is in development, or at least development is planned to begin very soon. But I tend to believe that the first one is the most likely of the two, considering Capcom has been shutting down every single fan project that attempts to remake Resident Evil 1 in a modern Resident Evil style. And we know that Capcom has 5 Resident Evil games in development right now, so more likely than not, one of these 5 games would be the Resident Evil 1 remake. Especially with all the talk about the game brewing up over the last couple of years, I'm sure Capcom would take note of that and at least begin development on the game, if not have it close to finished by now. And a while back, we did get some pretty huge Resident Evil 1 remake leaks, and while not being 100% confirmed by Capcom, they do seem pretty likely to be true, so I'm gonna go over those really quick just to enlighten anybody who might want to know. But before I do, if you find this video interesting or of value to you at all, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below so you never miss an update on the Resident Evil series, and to help me reach 2.1k by the end of the month. And now with all that being said, let's get into these leaks. The leaker says the game will be slower paced than the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it'll have a significantly smaller amount of zombies. And with this comes each zombie getting their very own character model, which has never been done in a Resident Evil game before, so I'm pretty hyped to see that, honestly. But with the smaller amount of enemies, you obviously have to make them stronger just to keep the game balanced, so it should come as no surprise that he says that each enemy will be a complete bullet sponge, soaking up tons of ammo to defeat. And once you do finally defeat them, you're still not done, because Crimson Heads will be returning in the remake, and they will reportedly be very similar to how they were in the first remake all the way back in 2002, which is pretty cool to see because I personally love the Crimson Heads in the original remake, and I think it would be awesome to see them remade in the RE engine or even the REX engine. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Do you like the Crimson Heads or no? Then he says the game will still be in third person, but it'll have a different kind of third-person camera angle, which could just mean that it'll be some slight differences, like the Resident Evil 3 and 4 remake have some slight differences between them, or it could mean that it's like an entirely different kind of camera angle. I don't really know. And he also says there will be no more pre-rendered backgrounds, and they will all load as you go into the areas, just like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes did. And finally, he says the lore will be deeper and explored further than it was in the original remake, which means we might finally get a canon ending, or maybe we get more background about Wesker, Resident Evil 0, the Tyrant, Lisa, Trevor, Chris, and Jill, and maybe even more. I don't know. And all of these leaks come from Andy over at Biohazard Declassified, who has some pretty credible sources and has been right quite a few times, but as with anybody, he is not right 100% of the time, so still take everything you heard with a grain of salt. And also shout out to Team Arclay for the image that I used in the thumbnail. Their link will be in the description below if you want to go and check them out. And as usual, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I'll see you all next time on Bagels TV.